lost my son less than 6 months ago. I've also lost my husband 12 years ago, almost 13. I've lost my mother, my father. So I've had a lot of experience with grief. Her book, it touched me so much because I'm 72, she's only 40. I became a widow at almost 60. But the book just blew me away. I just thought it was absolutely wonderful. Every chapter, I read it in like a day.
In your sharing of your grief, we're not alone. And all of us have been through it, but the way you have said it, there's such comfort in knowing that there's light at the end of the tunnel.
It was just brilliantly written, and I just think it was spot on in so many ways on a journey of what you do to recover and being intentional about life, and it just touched me dearly.
And beyond just the grief piece, something I struggle with as a woman and I see other women struggle with is just to be able to feel and not have to push through and just to be where we're at when we're there. And I have no doubt that this book has already touched millions of souls and will continue to reach many more.
I wish I had this book many times in my life when I went through loss, through death and divorce. And this book really, really captured so much of, so many of the feelings that I could not access.
And I read your book thinking that there's someone else who made it, and maybe I can too. And it's how I might want to be.
In the beginning, I thought I would be in deep grief forever. I thought surely as deeply as I loved Richard, I would be lost in sorrow. Now looking back, I clearly have learned differently. I will miss Richard for the rest of my life, and the longing will remind me to stay awake and present. Love is what has carried me into my suffering. Love is what has carried me out of it as well. Suffering opened me, and now love moves me forward. I've heard it said that red-tailed hawks mate for life. We live in a valley where the sun penetrates the trees in great slanting sheets of light and turns the air iridescent. When I look up, I often see one hawk flying solo, and she has given me much hope. She just soars, and I say to myself, I can do that. I can fly solo too if I am meant to. I can do that now. I am more me than I've ever been. I find it ironic that in the absence of my great love, I have learned the lessons of living and loving presently. I am a testament to Richard's work on earth because I received all the tools he had to teach, and I live them. I can say with a smile, I live the big stuff, and honey, it really is true. You can feel good again, and you can be happy no matter what.